What's up, everybody? It's me, Anthony, and you know what time of the week again it's? Anthony's NFL picks, the divisional round. Heard me right, we're finally into the divisional round, which means that only 8 out of the 32 teams remain, and I'm excited for tomorrow, to be honest. And we only got 2 more of these picks and stuff like that, and then after that, we're finally done with the season. I don't know if I'm going to come back for a season 4. I highly doubt it because I'm just burnt out this season. I just got to find out. But either way, I'm excited to get things started. Before we start, please like this video, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you can get updated on the newest content. But anyways, let's get things started. And kicking things off for our first division round game, we got the number 6 seeded Buffalo Bills going on to Denver against the number 1 seeded Broncos. Buffalo is here after that crazy win over Jacksonville, 27-24. Buffalo completely upset them in Jacksonville. Josh Allen with that last-second victory drive. I don't know if they're going to beat Denver, though, but I think I'm going to go with an upset of the week. I think Buffalo will defeat Denver. The Broncos had a first-round bye, but that team is very fraudulent. They reminded me too much of the 2022 Minnesota Vikings, who went 13-4 and were 11-0 in one-score games, and they got blown out and they lost to the Giants in the wild card. I'm thinking Buffalo will pull an upset, and I think they're going to beat Denver this weekend. I just feel it. There's something going on with it. I just think that Buffalo's a better team than Denver. I know they're home, though. I know the Broncos have a better record. They have a better advantage. But Buffalo, I think, could pull the upset. The Bills will upset the Broncos by a score of 34-20. Buffalo will go on to the conference championship. We're moving on with the next game. And now we're going to the NFC side. And this is an NFC rematch battle from Week 18. We got the 6-seeded Niners and the number 1 seeded Seahawks. 49ers are here after knocking out the defending champion Philadelphia Eagles 23-19, winning that game. And now they're going to be in Seattle for this game. And however, for the Niners, they suffered a big loss just now. George Kittle has tore his Achilles, which means he is done. But again, the Niners are doing really good with Demarcus Robinson. They got Christian McCaffrey, who has been amazing all season long. They're a really good team, but they're taking on Seattle. But again, Seattle is really good at home. And this is going to be a really close game. I think Seattle will pull off the victory. They come from a first-round bye. I think they have enough rest. Sam Darnold is really good. Jack Smith-Njigba, really good as well. I think that Seattle's a better team. I think they're going to go on to the conference championship game and knock out the 49ers. It'll be a close game, though, but I'm going to go with Seattle. Seahawks will defeat the Niners 27-24. The Seahawks will go on to the NFC championship game. We're moving on with the next game. Coming up at our next game, we got a battle between the number 5 seeded Texans and the number 2 seeded Patriots. Texans are here after completely obliterating the Steelers 30-6. When I went into halftime, the Steelers were up and down. They were down by 1, and then Pittsburgh just completely imploded, and the Texans ended up beating them down. The Texans' defense is still really good, and they're taking on the Patriots, who beat the Chargers, winning their first playoff game since Tom Brady was the quarterback, beating the Chargers 16-3, mainly because the Chargers had no offensive line. But I think that the Patriots are going to play a very good game. They're in New England. I know they don't really win at home. They were undefeated, actually. They're the only undefeated team this season on the road. But I'm going to go with the Patriots on this one. I think they're a better team. The Texans' defense, don't get me wrong, is a really good defense. But I just think that New England is better. They have the home field advantage. I think they could win this game and move on. The Patriots will defeat the Texans 37-31. The Patriots will go on to the conference championship. We're moving on with our next game. And last but not least for this week, we got a pretty good game. This is between the number 5 seeded Rams and the number 2 seeded Bears. The Rams are here after that crazy win over the Panthers in the wild card, almost losing to the 8-9 Panthers 34-31. Now they're going on to Chicago against the Bears, who had a very, very heart-stopping game against the Packers, being down 21-6, coming back and beating them 31-26. And the Bears won their first playoff game since 2010, almost 16 years. And I think the Bears are going to win this game. They're in Soldier Field. They have a home field advantage. I think they're going to beat down the Rams. It's going to be a close game, though. Matthew Stafford and Caleb Williams. I'm excited for this round, but I think the Bears are the better team. The Bears will defeat the Rams 30-28. The Bears will go on to the conference championship. And that is it for this week, everybody. These are all my NFL picks for this weekend. Tune in next week, which will be a little bit shorter because it's Anthony's NFL picks, the conference championship. This is Anthony signing off, and have a great weekend.